Such a big week for us. We celebrate CHCH's 70th anniversary on Friday. An important part of the big celebration leading up to that is catching up with friends.
Yeah, because there's so much history in this building and with the station. There's no place better to start off with than Alex Reynolds, who spent 25 years here at CHCH, and I was very, very lucky to be able to sit down with Alex recently.
Channel 11.
I'll tell you something, Tim. It's great to be home.
Goodness.
You know, mixing again with you guys, and it just warms up my heart because I love that whole era that we did. I remember when you came in and everything and like that, and it meant an awful lot. And so having this reconstruction, if you will, means an awful lot to me.
Where did the ascot come for you? Like, how did that become your signature?
In my radio days, on opening nights at theaters and stuff, I always wore them. I've always liked that. You know, it's not the show-off thing or anything like that. It's just I liked it. It's fashionable in England, and I guess that's where it comes from. And I've always admired the attitude and the actors, actresses in Britain. I think they're much more experienced in changing things because they do stage work an awful lot. They'll take small parts, and then they can do films and stuff. And so they always seem the stiff upper lip Britisher kind of thing would dress like that. And I always thought it was neat.
The thing that I've always loved about you, and even coming in to CH when you were well established and me kind of trying to find my way, is the sense of humor that you have, like just the jovial personality that you always have, both on camera and off camera. But how important do you think that was to your career?
Well, I think that was a natural thing that I had, and there was some of my friends that I grew up with, we could banter back and forth and immediately just throw out a line and they would answer immediately. And I fed off that automatically. There was no sense of trying. It would just be there. And so I tried to carry it through. And then when I got into television, I said, I have no idea what to do. So just look into the camera and talk. Oh, that's great. And I was petrified. To be honest with you, my whole time at CHCH, every time I was in front of a camera, whether it was in the studio or doing an interview outside, when that light went on and I got the cue from the director and then from the camera guy, my stomach churned. I was petrified.
We're sitting in some pretty iconic chairs here.
Yeah.
These became...
Were you invited?
I was not. I just showed up, as I normally do with you. I just got to pop up. I'm just like, hey, buddy. Yeah, this whole setup was pretty iconic to CHCH. How did the chairs come to be in the movie reviews?
When I found out or heard that the theater in Lime Ridge Mall. Yeah, Lime Ridge Mall is closing down. I asked to management, maybe we can get some seats as props. So they said, oh, well, see what you could do. I went up and talked to the manager. He said, yeah. I said, could I have a couple of seats? They knew who I was and what it was for. I said, could we have a couple of seats? He said, well, we'll give you 4 if you want. I said, well, that's fine. So send up your guys and take them away, and that's how it came to be.
And it became so much so, like staff members that are still on staff they would sit beside you,
that's
and
right,
you would do the movie. You would watch the movie, and then you'd turn around and do your review.
And blab.
There's viewers that still ask about you a lot because I think that's the great thing about CHCH, the loyalty and the importance of the station for the region, and the connection that they have to the faces that they would have grown up with. So they're still asking about you. And what would you say to viewers that watched you as they were growing up and still wonder what you're up to?
I'm very gratified, and I'm still, which amazes me, I still recognize when I go out, you know, now and then, and I think, wow, that makes you feel good, but the important thing is, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't mean that I'm a big star or anything. No, that meant that what I did pleased them. And that's all I need to do, because that was my job, is to inform and do it in a manner that was meant, maybe humorously or seriously, but see what I'm seeing, I'm reporting, you go and see and judge for yourself. That's what I found with the CHCH, because we all grew up with that station. I remember that when I was young, and it was an amazing thing. And I remember what it did back then. It was very, very forceful. It brought in Hollywood stars here. It had a home atmosphere, a Hamilton atmosphere, and it stood head to head with the Toronto stations, I think. And they did things that Toronto didn't do at that time too, and so it was established. And so it was a family atmosphere, as it was, but it was a creative atmosphere, and I think that was reflected in the product that was on the air.
I like to joke around with you.
Yeah.
Miss seeing you, pal.
Thank you very much.
Good seeing you. It's great to be sitting in these seats, having a little popcorn.
Okay, now give
The
me
legend.
that. Like that. $5 an hour.
Love you, pal.
Channel 11.